Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching The Umbrella Academy. This is episode 5 of season 3. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far, and it's getting pretty hectic, to be honest. Quite a lot of action is happening. It's a lot to take in and digest. So we start with Harlan. You know, it was explained that obviously he is Sissy's kid. He's here in the present, and we got an introduction of his life from the very start, after obviously Victor had left them, and it's shown that then he was moving from state to state, home to home, you know, place to place. He was trying to control obviously his powers, and he was struggling. And he struggled the most when his mum actually died 20 or 30 years later, obviously from the first story being told. When she passed away, he exploded and killed so many people. But the people that actually died was the Umbrella's parents. Now, obviously, like I said in the outro of the last episode, if you missed it, he killed, obviously, Victor's mum in his explosion. But at the time of him killing them, Victor was already a known person to him from the past. So how does that make sense? Because he's killed Victor's parents before they was born, but Victor was already alive in his timeline prior to him exploding. And also we've been told that their parents was killed before the Umbrellas was obviously alive. So if you're following that, it is a crazy, mate. We're going around in a circle, and it was just like the story that we've been told in episode 3. It's very confusing. 5 and obviously Lila managed to get to the commission. They was trying to find people. Seems like they're all dead, but they found this special room. They found the person that created the commission in the first place. 5, you know, all the way down there, he's scratching himself, his legs, he's farting, you know, he's getting bowel and why? Because it is 5 that has created the commission. He found himself in the present speaking 5 to 5, and obviously explained everything that happened. And then he said as well, mate, you know, don't stop the end of the world, before he died. So it's like, what the hell, mate? You know, don't stop the end of the world. What do you mean? So on, gives a bit more information. You know, I'm not going to sit here and let myself possibly die. So that, again, very interesting. And Stan looks like he's killed Klaus accidentally. As he was cleaning rooms, he picked up a gun, which had like a big spear through, and he shot it, and it went straight through his heart. And obviously, he's just collapsed and passed out on the floor. So it is pretty mental. Like I said, hectic stuff is going on. And obviously Alison, she's struggling obviously with the loss of her daughter and the loss of Ray. And Diego's decided to take her to a bar to have a good little scrap to get her anger out, and obviously, you know, to try and make her feel better. So it's going to be interesting if we see that scrap in today's episode. And, you know, if we just carry on obviously with the story, because I'm actually really intrigued with how we portray the whole timeline, so to speak. You know, how was he alive in the past, but then obviously in the present, but then how was he born before the parents was managed to give birth to them? This is where it's interesting me the most anyway. I know it's confusing, but it's also very interesting. So I can't wait for obviously more information to be released. If you're excited for today's episode, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 5 of season 3 of The Umbrella Academy.
Oh, great. You again. Not in the mood for all of your riddles and allegories and sick little parlor games, okay? Tell me which way that I'm supposed to go. Hang in there, homie.
Experiment number 73. Cessation of life function at 12 hours and 22 minutes.
Giving him life.
Oh, no. This is so cool. So these weren't near-death experiences. These were
Deaths?
actual death experiences.
Okay.
What did you do to them?
Tapes, I need my tapes.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
It's pretty good, that camera angle.
Why?
It was an accident.
27 dead women is not an accident.
He swore you'd come back to us. Well, I waited. You never did. And on the day she died, I felt you again. Here.
It was our mother's.
I tried to break the connection. It was too late. After that, hid myself away.
Whoa!
You okay, baby? You okay? There've been times that I thought I wouldn't last.
Change is gonna come.
Yes, my baby, a change is gonna come, baby.
Oh, she was dreaming. But we skipped past the fight. Do you know what I mean? I'm not wounded about that. I knew they'd do that.
I'm not a fool. I always knew my life was gonna be hard, but never like this.
I have hurt a lot of people with my power, and I am just so sorry you were one of them. Harlan, what you did had bigger consequences, and people I love got hurt.
We need to punish their killer.
Revenge can wait.
Until when?
Until we deal with that thing in the basement. How do we save the world?
What the hell happened?
It's,
Did Harlan do that?
we just got in a disagreement.
About what?
It doesn't matter.
So I just checked the perimeter. We're good.
What's going on?
Gone. He got you too.
Fine.
You okay?
Great, you?
Never better. We've been looking for this.
Well, look no further. That's the last one on Earth.
Oh, look at her holding him now. Look. You're
happy to see me. What's wrong?
Turns out there's less time to hold grudges than I had planned.
Did you and Allison get into some kind of fight last night? We kicked some serious ass last night. Quit the chit-chat, all right? Calling a family meeting here.
Spit it out, 5.
Oh, well, since you asked so nicely, sister mine, our little paradox brought forth a freaking Kugelblitz.
A Kugelblitz.
You got blood on you. Come on. Talk to me.
But you gotta promise you won't be pissed. We were just messing around, and it was fine until the gun went off.
And you were gonna dissolve the body?
I didn't know what I was gonna do, okay?
All the stupid shit Klaus used to do. I used to think he could survive anything.
I know you.
I'm your mother.
Is that Menudo?
Yes.
So how can you be my mom if you died before I was born?
Here we go.
You died 56 times and come back to life.
I just thought I was one of those lovable, rascally Looney Tunes characters. Hit me on the head with a hammer and sing some cartoon birds.
I've seen you mourning me, and you don't need to.
I'm new to this whole mom thing, but aren't you supposed to help me? Your son. What's so funny?
That's on the wall. And who are all these people? I've got to say, every time it goes to them, I think even noticed it in episode 1, like everyone's looking at them weird. And then like every episode, we focus in for 5 seconds on the same people looking at them as if to say, what's going on? Like, are they part of the commission? We have mentioned the Oblivion, yeah, like 4 different times as well. You know, Reginald said it when he was asleep. Somebody, 5 said it. Last episode, I think, just before he died. Like, the Oblivion has been mentioned numerous times. We've also seen people in looking sketchy, looking at them, you know. And again, you know, did he just say Klaus has died 50 times? And he said, oh, I never even knew it was coming back to life. Just thought it was like a cartoon, you know. Get hit on the head, get a bit of birds, bit of stars, and then wake up again. I suppose that's a good way of using that analogy, to be honest, from Klaus. You know, it makes total sense if you use that concept of what you thought was going on. Like, you don't think, oh, bloody hell, I've just died and woke up. If you thought, oh, you know, like I was a bit dizzy, a bit knocked out, you know, it would make sense. So it is actually really interesting. Like, has he got a power? He can't die. It's mad.
So there's Kugelblitz. It's the end of everything. Say I told you so, but...
You love to say I told you so.
You know, it's impressive. You were knocked off your mum's hated you all enough to end the entire universe.
Why the hell can't you just jump us out of here?
Last time I tried that, we all got trapped in time. Do you really want to risk that again?
Well, what's plan B?
In it.
We're not burning anything, right? We're gonna go talk to the family together. Tú ya eres mi sangre.
Still don't speak Spanish.
And I accept your flaws. Playing a game? What's it called? Guy in a carpet. I hope you win. Round, G.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, it's back.
You told me he was dead, puta!
Yeah, he was, and now you speak Spanish?
Called him a puta.
Oh, you scared the shit out of me, Klaus. I thought you were dead.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, whoa, dude, slow down. You were dead like 3 minutes ago.
Oh, give me that. What happened to you? Oh, just a spear gun to the chest.
Why have you brought me before my god?
Your right eye. Give it to me.
Over it. All them people are gone. Everyone that I said that was dodgy, they've all gone.
That was a Kugel wave.
Did you get some data?
Has so many allies, each falling into themselves.
black holes? Really?
The Sparrow said if we turned him over, we could end the fighting, and then work together to save the world.
Working together would be like trying to defuse a bomb by pouring gas on it.
Don't we need the big, bad, glowy thing in their basement?
He knows where it is.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Mate, it's interesting that everyone's been taken from the hotel now.
Why are you protecting this guy?
He didn't mean to hurt anyone.
Oh, really? You mean when he did this?
Wait, Harlan did that?
That's it. I'm gonna end him.
Look, I know how it looks. We hadn't gone back to 1963. If I hadn't have saved
He
him...
killed Jamie and Alfonso, not you.
You told me once that no one is insignificant.
We are talking about one person versus saving billions of lives, yeah? I mean, is this really a debate?
5 days ago, he was just a little kid. And what, now I'm supposed to just decide whether he lives or dies?
We can't save everyone.
This is what it is.
That's true as
Saving
well.
the world means making the hard calls.
Let me do it. He trusts me.
The thing is, right, when you look at stuff like this, you've always got to think, right, in war, there's always casualties. There's always good people that get killed, and you always have to think of the bigger picture, i.e., yeah, okay, knowing that you're going to hand this guy over, he's going to get killed. You know, that's what the assumption is. So you're handing one person over and he's going to die. So that's savage. You know, you're sending the guy to his death. But by doing that, you could save billions. So, like, morally, it's hard, but then, like, logically, it's the correct choice, in my personal opinion. Like, if you knew that that was definitely going to be the outcome, if you knew factually that you hand him over, he's getting killed, but you save billions, then logically, ethically, to me, that is the best decision, and it makes total sense, and I would have no problem against it. I'd feel sorry for you, Harlan, but, you know, at the end of the day, got to do what you got to do to save the world. You know, there's always going to be some small casualties, but we don't know that's actually going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know that handing him over is going to cause and change anything. You got access to the Kugel Blitz, yeah? What's that going to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, is that going to benefit you in any way? Obviously, at some point, they've got to get access to it to beat it. But, like, for example, what I find interesting is Klaus has just been reborn. You know, something that he does now, apparently, he said. You know, 50-odd times, he's still back alive. Now, what I find interesting with that is there a bigger picture to that story or not? Because if there's not, that didn't need to get put in. Do you know what I mean? Him being at a table with his mum talking, him dying and coming back to life, didn't need to be part of the story at all, and it didn't impact it and benefit it in any way if it doesn't play a part in a bigger picture. So, like, right now, it's totally fine. Makes sense. Yeah, it's good. Okay, sweet. Later on down the line, if it's never reused again, it's like, well, why did that need to be put in? Do you know what I mean? Like, what benefit was it? So it's interesting. Like I said, I'm always interested in new things being put in. Definitely didn't expect it. So I'm interested to see where it goes.
What are you listening to?
Wind blowing through a field of corn.
I know the little boy you were, Harlan. You didn't ruin anything.
Then why are you giving up on me?
I can't hide anything from you, can I? I'm sorry I couldn't fix things.
You are obviously grounded, at least through to the end of the world.
You know how many kids would wish their cool dead uncle would come back to life?
It's a bit random.
You're not helping.
And next time you steal, I expect it to be something valuable.
Here, don't forget the big one.
That's enough, boys.
Ear medicine. Downstairs. Don't forget to take it, okay?
Okay.
You know, you're a less terrible father than I thought you'd be.
Yeah, I think I'm winning him over.
Sexy dad is kind of a turn-on.
I'm the daddy.
Yeah, you are.
Should I be worried about you?
Better than ever.
I know you, Elsa. And I know when you're drowning.
It's happening again, isn't it? I can't keep losing people. It's not fair.
You come here.
Hey, you like Sloan,
I
innit?
thought you,
I just said I'd go see Sloan.
blowing me off for some knockoff you've known for 5 minutes?
What do you even want from me? If you had Ray and Claire back, would you even be here?
But they're not.
And I get that you need a distraction, but you can't use me for
I
that.
can if I want to. I heard a rumor you stay. I'm done letting other people decide how much I can stand to lose. I heard a rumor. You want me. You want me.
Whoa, what just happened? Whoa, how deep was that then? Honestly, it was, well, that conversation was well deep, because from her perspective, she's saying how lonely she is, that she's losing everybody. She's lost a kid, she's lost her husband. And from his perspective, obviously, like, you know, she kind of made a move on him and then he kind of like pushed away and he's saying, look, you know, like in the past, yeah, me and you, it was a thing. Like, I wanted it. But now I kind of met someone, I'm feeling it, you know, me and Salone. And she's like, what, mate? You blown me off for Salone that you've only met her for 5 minutes? And then he countered it by saying, well, yeah, because if we was in a standard timeline, would you even care about me? Like, you'd be with Ray, you won't want to be with me, where this person actually does. And she actually agreed, like, yeah, you know, if it was in a normal timeline, I wouldn't want to be with you. But we're not in a normal timeline, so I want you here now. But, like, that's deep, innit? Because basically she's saying, because I can't have what I actually want, yeah, you're second best. But I can control you. I heard a rumour. You want to stay, you want to be with me. Now, she just said, I heard a rumour that you want me. And was he going to force himself on her? Like, how much he wanted her. But, like, that is nothing to do with Luther's fault. It's not Luther's fault at all, that. He was head done, wasn't it? But, like, maybe it shook her up and put her into, like, a perspective to say, like, yo, what I'm doing is bad, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because it could have been much worse. That, like, what she just said, I heard a rumour to him, could have been way worse, the outcome of what she actually said. But also, just going back to Diego and obviously Lila, that room that they're in, when he pulled the thing out of the wall, yeah, it opened a little door somewhere. So I'm interested with that. Like, it wasn't above the fireplace, was it? Was it the mirror, the game little thing that he turned on in the wall right next to that? You know, like, I wonder who's going to find it. Back door, innit?
Oh, are you okay? I'm fine. Sneaking him out.
I have to. The whole family voted to hand him over. What if we fix the Kugel and I don't make it? He's just stuck like this.
Okay, I will take him somewhere safe. But Victor, you have to tell them.
I'll join you as soon as I can. I promise.
It's time.
Harlan's death is not going to stop the Kugel Blitz. It's just going to be another tragedy on a tragedy.
You managed to destroy everything. Again.
I saw my future self die.
It's crazy. Almost the exact same thing happened to me, but I didn't.
Told me
die.
not to save the world. Klaus, I've dedicated my entire life to stopping the apocalypse. And he tells me it's what? It's meaningless? Turns out I die a one-armed nightmare inside a bureaucratic hellscape of my own design.
Do something completely different. Completely move upstate. Become an alpaca farmer. Sure, just keep your arms and extremities away from sharp objects. And don't join the Mothers of Agony. Tattoo, that's the symbol of the biker gang, the Mothers of Agony. All right, great talk.
Can I come in?
Always.
Right, here we go, mate. Exploring.
Looking for you.
Oh, whoa, no way, mate. Very interesting, mate. That was good. You know, I thought maybe Malcolm could have been him. Only because, like, I thought that it was association with, like, an animal. And I was like, oh, maybe it's him, mate. You know, like, because the rest of the household was there, obviously, when he got taken. But that's really interesting. So he's gone and he's found him. Klaus has understood that symbol. Now, it's mad that Klaus has died 50 odd times. He's come back alive. He's like immortal, which is madness, isn't it? Yeah, we've seen 5 die in the last episode. He was grown an old man in like a big massive incubator or whatever they're called, their machines. Now, the Kugel Blitz, yeah, they put the eye in. They've tried to find it. You know, she said that it's a bunch of black holes all over the place. Does kind of make sense. It's a world collapsing in on itself. I get it, you know. Salone as well. I actually really like her personality. She's a nice one. You know, if we do get another season, I wouldn't actually mind her being in it with Luther, to be fair, because I actually think that Lila's a decent being introduction. She's not ruined the cast or like, and like, she's not ruined it or like overpowered it. You know what I mean? Like, she's just in there. She sneaks in and out here and there, and she has a good relationship and she clicks with people. And do you know what I mean? I feel like she would do well with Luther because I said like a couple of episodes in this season, Luther seems pretty happy, to be fair. Like, he does seem pretty happy. He seems more upbeat, and maybe it's because of, obviously, introduction of the female character. Somebody that shows him a bit of affection, a bit of attention. You know what I mean? Like, usually his family, they all just do whatever they want. They're all crazy, aren't they? And there's no ranking order and nothing. And like he's saying, he don't really have any friends, and like, now he's got that, he's kind of enjoying it. And that was savage what Alison tried doing. You know, I heard a rumour to him after he expressed how much he actually liked no Salone, and she was saying, well, you know what, I want you to stay here, I'm kind of lonely myself, I don't want to lose people. She's, from her perspective, I get it, mate, she's wounded, she's jumped timeline, she's lost a kid, she's lost her husband, she's scared about jumping again and losing somebody else, and Luther's here, she's had affections with him before, she wanted to draw him in. So I totally understand where she's coming from. She's having a deep season, to be honest. And, you know, I kind of do want her to end up back with a kid. I'm not going to lie. You know, I don't want really, like, her to have a daughter and then disappear and never see her again. That would be absolutely savage, wouldn't it? So I do want her to return to her at one point and just see her happy. That's just the best way. But again, you know, we've got that door that's opened up in that hotel room. Now, obviously, Diego and Lila have not seen it right now, but they'll probably see it when they wake up in the morning. It's glowing like mad, isn't it? So, again, that's really interesting. I don't know what's hiding behind that. A lab, I don't know. Why was that door, why that door was different to the other doors going down the corridor, wasn't it? They had to picklock it to get in. It had a symbol on it. When Klaus obviously, like, died and then he looked in the soup, it come like the animal that was on the wall that was in the room. So I don't know what the connections are, but again, it's really interesting trying to piece all the puzzles together, and that's what I do enjoy. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Very interesting, honestly. So Harlan, you know, they wanted him to be handed over. They was going to as well. You know, they kind of said, the Umbrellas, that, you know, one death, yeah, one person, one sacrifice is worth it for saving billions. Now, in that aspect, I agree. I actually do agree. It makes total sense. Now, obviously, we didn't actually know, though, that that is going to save the billions. It's just going to give them access to the Kugel Blitz, which I'm actually amazed that I've remembered that name. Now, tomorrow, when I come and sit down to watch the next episode, I'll definitely forget. But Kugel Blitz, yeah, I'm so happy that I've remembered that, because I'm awful with names. But they think that would give them access. Maybe, obviously, they can sort something out to try and stop it. Now, it's obviously occurred in the location that they arrived here, obviously in the, you know, like the academy. And now it's interesting. I didn't really like put that two and two together, to be honest. But Klaus obviously knew that. He went to see Reginald, didn't he? He's seen it. He knows the location. He's exposed, obviously, that where it is. They obviously want to go and find him. Now, what's interesting is, obviously, Luther, he can actually get into the facility. You know, like, he could be their secret spy. I know, like, they don't want to use Salome really like that, but he could get inside. How many times has he been in that building? Do you know what I mean? Like, he can go down, he can take some pictures, he can see it, he can scope it out. You know, he's with her right now, to be honest. You know, she seems pretty decent. Do you know what? I actually like her, to be honest. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if she actually stayed in as part of his, like, the story, being his girlfriend moving forward. I like how Lila and obviously, like, Diego back together. I think they're really good. Like I said, at the start of the season, I feel like she enhanced him last season. I think that he rubs well on her. It's good chemistry, and obviously they got a son now, which I'm intrigued to see where we go. Obviously, you can see Diego progressing, being a dad, which is good, and obviously turned her on, kind of. She's obviously, like, realised that, you know, there's no point in, like, holding a grudge. There's no point in being, like, nasty to him. The world's going to end soon, she thinks, and you know what? You know, Diego likes her. She likes him. No point in just holding back. Just go for it. And she's liking as well that he's being a good dad. You know, yeah, get your ointment for your ears. You know, it's downstairs. Make sure you take it. She's like calling him a dilf and that. So that's interesting. Like I said, Klaus, he's died. He's come back 50 odd times, and like he's just give 5 a bit of key information about the tattoo that he extracted off himself. The bikers, you know, he's gone in. Polo's there. Didn't expect that at all. He's there tattooing him up. Wonder how he's going to react if he actually knows who 5 is. Do you know what I mean? That would be really interesting if he actually knows who he is. Probably going to be like, what's this little kid doing here? Like, what do you want, me? And I'm going to be obviously excited to see the story, what they do with that. I also still think Reginald might play a big, massive factor in this season, to be honest. You know, we watched him in the first kind of Klaus death when he was younger, in his little flashback. And then obviously we had the story about him being, like, drugged last episode, to be honest. And he mentioned the Oblivion as well multiple times. He even said it in this episode. They said Oblivion like 5 times in different scenes. And we've seen people, like, being sketchy, like, scoping them out all in the hotel. But then they've been sucked in by the Kugel Blitz. So I don't actually know. I thought he was going to play some sort of factor if they were spies from the commission. And then, nope. They're gone as well. Pretty much seems like the hotels are absolutely dead now. I can't see anybody else in there. The only person that we see knocking around is the staff. Like, the one guy at the reception who said, what game you playing? He's like, hide a man in the carpet. He's like, hope you win. Only he's knocking around. So that, again, interesting to watch out on. And then, like I said, just to finish off, we've got Alison. She's devastated. She's losing it. You know, she can't really handle it. She tried to rumour, obviously, she tried to rumour Luther, and he kind of, like, was forcing himself on her. She didn't like it and she ran away. She ended up seeing, seeing Victor escaping, obviously, Harlan from, from everybody, because she thinks that it's not the right thing to do. So she's like, you know what, you go and speak to Diego, you go and speak to, obviously, Luther and Five, and I'll hide him, I'll get him out, I'll make sure that nobody will come after him, because you'll do it for me, so I'll do it for you. So again, interesting there. He kind of mentioned as well that Harlan, that if he and Victor used their powers together, they can actually succeed. Instead of like using one, they can enhance it and use it as like a joint ball. Kind of gives you a bit of vibes of like how Lila and Five kind of use their powers together to do an enhanced jump last episode. That could be the same with these. They can use it together to maybe both of them like connect together and absolutely blow up and destroy the black hole themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like ball on ball, boom. Like defeat the Kugel Blitz. I have no idea. We have like no potential solutions offered right now that could actually be seen as successful and actually like work at destroying it. So again, very interesting to see what happens and if everybody who's actually been pulled into the Kugel Blitz are dead or not. Do you know what I mean? That again is going to be interesting to see. Thanks for checking out the video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.